r/AskReddit by Redmond Dtes. What did your company do to save money, but ended up costing the company lots of money instead? Shut off the HVAC system to save on electricity costs during the summer. Had to pay over $500,000 in mold remediation costs. Freaking morons. We used to get a travel per diem for our meals. Most people would eat cheap, like get a free breakfast at the hotel and get a $5 foot long and split it for lunch and dinner and bank the rest. I traveled a lot, so it was like an iceberg. The company got wind of this and changed their policy to we had to buy and expense all our meals. The problem was they had to have the same policy for all employees, so they couldn't put a cap on meals due to the sales guys having to take out clients and stuff. We took full advantage of it and ate like kings. My meals expenses were twice what they were paying in per diem. Lay off a bunch of veteran people so they can bring in newer workers for cheaper. They find they couldn't bring in newer people for cheaper, so they hire newer people at close to the same price as the veteran workers. Veteran workers are mad they have to train somebody making almost the same as they are with no experience and start leaving. Company has to pay fewer remaining veteran workers even more to get them to stay, while paying inexperienced workers close to what the workers they just laid off were making. To my knowledge, prior to the layoffs, the veteran workers weren't even complaining about pay. Now the department is at a worse state and more expensive than what it was prior to their plan to save money. The roof of our building was leaking bad. Got quotes for doing just a third of the roof and for doing a whole new roof. They choose to do third of the roof. All it did was move the leak. A month later they did the whole roof. They would have paid a lot less had they done it right the first time. Deduct the salary of someone who forgot to do something. The person came in hard with a lawyer and took them to court, made their case that the company is the one who failed to create proper procedures and checks and balances for a complicated process, and beat the company in court, and the employee was awarded damages that were way more than the initial lost amount. It was pretty obvious to anyone the company was at fault. I had actually left before the matter got resolved, and one factor was I figured they would get creamed in court and end up looking to do some layoffs after. Underpaying the nurses, so they quit and had to pay agency 3 times the going rate. Outsourcing the call center to Central America. We were one of the only companies in our line of work that only operated in the United States, and customers loved us for it. Their customer base cut down by a third within 2 years of outsourcing, and now they are hanging on by a thread. Wouldn't be surprised if they went under within the next 5 years. The fintech company I worked for decided to offshore all of IT support jobs to India, which resulted in about 35 of us training our replacements for 3 months until our jobs were terminated. Not even a month after my last day, myself and many other former colleagues were receiving calls from management asking if we wanted our old jobs back, but legally it would be a 12-month contract. Since we received severance pay, almost everyone declined. I've received regular updates from one buddy who actually went back, and the last 12 months has been a death spiral. Almost every large client bailed in favor of our competitors. Those who remain are still pissed off and eager to leave, and 4 people are staring at ticketing queues that were previously managed by 35 of us. A billion-dollar company was profitable and thriving, but the decision to save, I don't know, a couple $1 million wound up sabotaging the entire business. Great job. Someone I know worked for the oldest American hoist company. They decided to outsource production to China. The cost of transport, losses, customs, etc. made the Chinese hoists just as expensive as their American made ones, and then the Chinese company stole the plan to make and sell themselves for less. Stopped giving lower level staff pay rises. All of the staff were very specifically trained on our product. Years of tenure and experience behind them to help customers with. Most of the tenured staff left, and they now have a constantly revolving door of staff, which they pay a fortune to train, only to see them leave 6 months later. Business traveler must fly to the closest airport to the destination. Is airport A 1 mile closer to the destination than airport B? Yes. Are the airline tickets twice as expensive? Also yes. Thinner recycled plastic bags. We just have to use 2 now. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.